Hello and welcome back to the course of Basic Electrical Engineering. In this lecture, I am going to continue with the Unit 4, that is Electrical Machine. The topic that I am going to discuss is alternator, which is also known as a synchronous generator, which is used to generate the AC voltage. In the previous lecture, I have discussed about the DC generator, which is used to generate the DC voltage. DC voltage can be replaced by rectifier, which is an electronic circuit which is used to convert AC into DC. Now let us start with the alternator. Alternator is basically also known as a synchronous generator which operates on the same fundamental principle of electromagnetic induction as that of DC generator. The alternator also consists of two winding, armature winding and field winding, that is magnetic field is also there, but there is an important difference between alternator and DC generator. In the case of DC generator, armature winding is rotating, field winding is stationary. Here, field winding is rotating and armature winding is stationary, because rotating of field winding is having advantage over stationary field winding. Standard construction consists of armature winding mounted on the stator, that is a stationary element, and field winding mounted on the rotating element, that is rotor. Here you can see one stator is there which consists of slots on the inner periphery in which armature windings are placed, which are stationary, and this is a 3D view of the alternator which is used to generate the alternating voltage. Now construction, basically stator consists of stator laminated core which is supported by stator frame. The stator frame supports the stator armature core. The stator consists of, which is made up of thin laminations. There are slots on the inner periphery of this stator, and in the slots stator armature windings are placed, so armature winding becomes stationary in this case. Rotor is like a flywheel having alternate N and S poles which are fixed on the outer rim. The magnetic poles are excited by the field winding which are wound around the rotor poles, and the field windings are supplied direct current from a DC source of approximately 125 volt to 600 volt. In the most cases, necessary exciting, that is a magnetization current for a field winding, is obtained from small DC shunt generator which is belted on the or mounted on the shaft of the alternator itself. So there is a small DC generator which is mounted on the same shaft on which a rotor of the alternator is mounted. Here, field magnets are rotating. This current is supplied by the two slip rings. So current to the field winding is supplied by the slip ring. As here, armature winding is stationary, from which EMF is taken out. Slip rings and brushes are not required. Sparking of brushes can be also removed. So these are the advantages of stationary armature winding. Now moving towards the working principle. So when rotor rotates, armature conductors are cut by the magnetic flux produced by the field winding, and EMF is induced in that. Now as there are alternate N and S pole, they induce an EMF and current in the armature conductor, which flows in one direction then in another direction. Now when DC supply is given to the armature field winding, it will magnetize the pole and magnetic flux will be produced. Now rotor will be rotated by prime mover, so rotating magnetic field will be there. It will pass the air gap and it will cut the stationary armature conductor. So according to the Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction, EMF is induced in the armature conductor. EMF induced will be alternating because there are alternating N and S pole, and that EMF is taken out and which is given to the load, external load. So alternating EMF is produced, as I told you, in the stator conductor, whose frequency depends on the number of N and S poles moving past a conductor in 1 second, and whose direction is given by Fleming's right hand rule. Now moving towards the rotor construction. So there are in alternator there are two types of rotor: salient pole type rotor or non-salient type, and non-salient type of rotor which is also known as a smooth cylindrical type rotor. So here you can see this is a salient type of rotor in which poles are projected. This is a non-salient type of rotor, smooth cylindrical type of rotor, in which only one rotor wheel is there, which is a solid steel wheel is there, in which slots are made. In these slots, field winding is placed. So let us understand salient pole and non-salient pole one by one. So first one is a salient pole type of motor. You can see here. It is basically used in low and medium speed application. The rotor is driven by diesel engine. It has a large number of projecting poles. That's why it is known as a salient poles. All are having them. All poles are made up of thick laminations, having their cores bolted on a magnetic wheel, solid magnetic wheel, which is made up of cast iron, cast steel, having good magnetic quality. The such generators are basically characterized by their large diameters and small axial length. The pole and pole shoots are laminated to minimize the heating due to eddy currents, and it consists of field winding consists of rectangular copper strip wound on the wedges. Now here, as poles are projected, there is a non-uniform gap between stator and rotor. This is nothing but the stator, which consists of slots. In that conductors are placed, and this is the rotor. Poles are projected, so there is a non-uniform air gap between rotor and stator. The next one is a smooth cylindrical type rotor. It is basically used for steam turbine driven alternator. It is also known as a turbo alternator, which runs at very high speed application. The rotor consists of smooth cylinder, which is made up of solid steel. You can see here, having number of slots milled out on the outer periphery of the rotor, and on these slots field coils are placed, and some of the parts are remain unslotted, which will work as a poles of the rotor. Such rotors are basically designed for mostly 2-pole, 4-pole turbo generators running at 3600 rpm speed, and two regions corresponding to the central polars, which are unslotted, are nothing but the N and S pole of the rotor. So here you can see, it should be noted that in this case poles are non-salient. Poles are non-salient because poles are not projecting. So there is a uniform air gap between stator and rotor. You can see here some parts are slotted and some parts are unslotted, which becomes N and S pole. Now based on the current flowing through field winding, alternate N and S pole will be generated. Now moving towards the comparison between salient pole alternator and cylindrical pole alternator. So poles are projecting out from the surface of the rotor. Here unslotted portion of the cylindrical act as a poles, there are slotting on the surface outer periphery of the slots. So poles are non-projecting. The air gap is uniform. Here non-uniform in the salient pole. Here air gap is uniform due to smooth cylindrical periphery. Diameter is high, axial length is small. In the case of salient pole, in the case of cylindrical pole, smooth cylindrical pole, small diameter is there, and axial length is large to limit the speed. Next one, mechanically, this kind of poles, salient poles are mechanically weak, mechanically strong. Cylindrical pole are mechanically strong. Salient pole is basically preferred for low speed alternator. Non-salient poles are basically preferred for high speed alternator. Prime mover used are IC engine, water turbines. Here steam turbines are used as a prime mover in the case of cylindrical pole alternator. For the same size, in the case of salient pole alternator, rating is smaller than the cylindrical type, and here rating is higher than that of salient pole type. This rotor is also known as a projected pole type. This rotor is known as a non-projector or non-salient pole type. This is preferred for low speed application in between 125 to 500 rpm. This is preferred for high speed alternators, that is 1500 rpm to 3000 rpm. So this is a comparison of salient type pole and non-salient type pole alternator. Non-salient type of pole alternators are basically used for high speed alternators which runs on around 3600 rpms. Steam turbines is basically used in the case of non-salient type of alternator, and here IC engines are used in the case of salient type alternator. So this is all about the today's video lecture. In this video lecture, I have discussed about the generator, AC generator, that is alternator, working principle of alternator, and two types of alternator, that is salient type and non-salient type of alternator. Hope you have enjoyed the video. See you soon in the next video of the electrical machine. Thank you for watching.